What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cookie Club with JD and Dom, episode 7. Episode 7, guys. Episode 6, it was a big hit.
You text me to come on because JD and Dom couldn't carry the ratings like I could. So you needed help with the ratings, so that's why you got me on.
That was a little ridiculous, but he elevated it a little bit. And there were a couple of things that I wanted to talk about from that last episode. The first thing that was fascinating to me was how often he kept bringing up what you guys are doing. I know we talk about this cookie club, but just the camaraderie, the playing for each other, the playing to win games and not for individual accolades.
The camaraderie and chemistry is a huge deal. I think it's one of the top priorities because if you're going out there and you're not giving 100%, then you're also not only letting your teammate down, but you're letting down your friend. And that doesn't sit well with me at all. I hate letting down my friends. I hate letting down my teammates. And so I think that's a huge part of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to do go forward.
It is rare to have a team and a group of guys who just love, being around each other, love talking the game. That's kind of like an old school type of, way about it because, a lot of the times, guys are quick to leave and go home and go back to their lives. But, we like to, like I said, just expand our mind and really try to learn and develop, our game. And so I think that's definitely rare and special. And I think that's what's going to make this core pretty special for years to come.
So that was one takeaway from David Wright's appearance on the Cookie Club last week. The second and most important takeaway, though, was David's opinion on cookies.
Let me say this first. They're the second best cookie in the world. Dave Raccanello makes the best cookies.
Yes.
Insomnia might be a close second, but Dave Raccanello, the bullpen catcher, those are the cookies you guys need.
Now, Rack heard this and decided that he wanted, a little publicity on our show. So he sent us all some of his homemade cookies, and right now we're going to take a cookie break and review them for everybody. It was a very nice personal touch, right?
It really was. I mean, shout out to Rack. You sent me a nice letter. I appreciate the letter.
I heard that he left a gift package of cookies on Pete's chair during spring training.
He apologized.
Handwritten, too.
He apologized that Pete didn't share it with the rest of the team. So hopefully the cookies are good, and if they are, then I'll accept your apology.
Did he send everybody the same ones? Cookies and cream and peanut butter cups?
Yes.
Yeah. David says those are the two best. JD's eating them in his weird JD way. Okay? Which one are you eating? Which one are you eating right now?
That was a peanut butter cup.
Peanut butter cup?
Peanut butter cup. All right, so everybody take a bite of the peanut butter cup.
No, I'm eating the whole cookie. Eat the whole cookie.
Pretty good.
I can't say I'm a cookie connoisseur, but this cookie might be okay. It might be okay.
You know what? It was very good. Texture, it's a little bit crumbly, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So when we come back, he can make a fresh batch because obviously he had to ship it, all the way to California. So it's a little bit crumbly on the dry side, but the taste, unbelievable.
Well, my favorite cookie is a sugar cookie, so it's not going to come near that.
All right, here's the cookies and cream, though. I'm a cookies and cream guy. It looks like there's a little chunk of Oreo in here.
Yeah, cookies and cream pretty good.
That's legit.
Can't beat the peanut butter cup.
It's a good cookie.
Solid.
Rack, thank you.
Rack's my number 2, but Insomnia is my number 1. Thank you, Rack.
Rack, definitely number 2. That sugar Insomnia is 10 out of 10 every day of the week.
What's the best piece of advice that either one of you has ever been given in your baseball life?
And nobody cares. Like, they don't care. They don't care if you're tired, if you're sick. They don't care what you're doing in your personal life. All they care about, the fans, your peers, the team. All they care about is what you can do for them in that moment. So I think for me, it just helped me stop feeling sorry for myself when I do bad or when I have a bad game or when, things kind of happen. And I just kind of take that pity, off myself and just kind of suck it up like a man and really tell myself, nobody cares. You have a job to go do. Go handle it, like a man, and just go handle your business.
JD?
Dad was a big influence on me on my earlier career and still to this day. So he always talked about a pyramid of talent. When you start out in high school, you're at the bottom of the pyramid where there's a lot of people. And as you keep climbing up that pyramid, that the room in the pyramid becomes smaller and smaller. And you have a choice. You have a choice to get the work in, on and off the field. And if you want to stay in or make your way up in the pyramid and stay in that pyramid. So as levels I've gone up, it's funny how every single time either a manager or an ex-player says something about that type of pyramid. And I think that's why, I'm so into my preparation. I'm so into, stuff like that. And just cage work, on the field stuff. I take pride in it.
We didn't do the fortune cookie segment last week, but I did want to acknowledge the fact that Dom Smith is officially on the board. He was correct. 4 quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL draft. Jordan Love made you sweat a little bit. 26th overall pick. What a weird pick that was, by the way.
Hey, it's a great pick.
Questionable.
So now it's 2-1 in favor of JD. What we really need to do before we set this week's over-under, we need to come up with a punishment.
You know what? I think it would be fitting to either pick a game or pick a spring training batting practice before a game, like BP, maybe like wear like a little pink little tutu during batting practice.
I still got to get that approved. I don't think we can do anything that crazy. Now I'm nervous. You're talking about me running in batting practice with a pink tutu on. Now I'm over here sweating pretty badly.
Is that the same for JD, or do you have a different one if JD loses? You can still run off and win this thing.
I would definitely love to see those wide hips and the pink tutu. I really would.
Give the people what they want.
This thing has jumped the shark very quickly. We are off the rails on the Cookie Club. So here's this week's over-under. Again, Dom is trailing, so I'll give him the choice, all right? The Mets Twitter account last week tweeted 57 times. So this week, over-under 56.5.
I would say under 56. I mean, under.
I'm gonna go over.
Under 56.5.
This pink tutu's gonna blow up on it. I think it's gonna get a little bit more than 57. So.
All right.
Oh, man.
There we go. That's the fortune cookie for this week. How badly does one of these guys not want to take BP in a tutu? You will be able to tell by who gets in the ear of the Mets social media director this week. That is fortune cookie. Best of luck to you both, and I mean that now more than ever.
I need it. I need all the luck, please.
Retweets.
One last thing before we go, and this is something that I know all of us are really happy to be a part of. Something that we've partnered with Insomnia Cookies on, SNY Insomnia Cookies, the Cookie Club. It's called Delivering More Warm Moments with the Cookie Club. And basically what we need from everybody out there watching, nominate an individual, a family member, a friend, a peer, who in your mind is a hero in the community right now during this difficult time. 10 individuals that are nominated each week. We will then, and Insomnia Cookies will then surprise them on your behalf with some free cookies. So click on the link. Well, I guess if you're watching right now, the link is below us right now, and type in that link, and that will be the way that you can then nominate a peer, a family member, a friend, and let's do something good for the people who are doing some incredible things during this really, really difficult time. And that is another week of the Cookie Club. For JD Davis and Dom Smith, I'm Steve Gelbs. We will see you next week. Until that time, that's the way the cookie crumbles.